What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogreboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1982 movie Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. This movie isn't part of my 31 Days of Horror this year. When I decided I was going to do the Halloween movies, due to Halloween Kills coming out, I decided not to include this as one of them and stuff because it doesn't have Michael Myers, and I wanted to just do the Michael Myers ones in my 31 Days of Horror. But I thought I'd go ahead and still review this one and everything, and I watched it a couple weeks ago and stuff before I even started my 31 Days of Horror. That way I could just watch it completely without having Michael Myers overshadow it or anything and everything, because every time I've watched it before, I like it and stuff, but I just don't enjoy it near as much because I want to get to the next story with Michael and everything. So I watched it for the first time on its own, and I gotta say, this movie is a lot better when you watch it by itself and everything, and instead of just watching it with the other movies in the franchise. So Halloween 3 Season of the Witch follows this man. He's a doctor named Dan Chalice, and he one night this patient gets brought in and stuff, and he's murdered in the hospital. And so Dr. Chalice and the daughter of this man who was murdered, Ellie, they were trying to find out what's going on and everything. We find out that there's this cult led by Conal Cochran, who is wanting to use these masks that they made that are from Stonehenge to kill a bunch of kids on Halloween night and everything. It's a really, really crazy movie. It has a really dark premise and stuff. Like, you don't really see movies that involve killing kids and stuff, especially in horror, especially nowadays. They really water it down nowadays, but this movie took a lot of risks and everything, and it being a Halloween movie without Michael Myers makes it stand out in the franchises. Some people say it's one of the best ones because it really is something different, and then some don't like it as part of the franchise. I'm one of those that, if I watch this movie, I'd rather watch it outside of the franchise because I just don't enjoy it as much when I'm trying to binge watch the Michael Myers movies. But I think this is a really good movie and everything. I really enjoyed it this time. Tom Atkins as Dr. Chalice is just absolutely perfect in here. He fits the role really well, and he's a really good actor. I like him in a lot of other horror movies that I've seen, especially The Fog. I thought he was really great in that one too, but he's really great in this movie. This is probably my favorite performance of his. He just really is good in here. And Stacey Nelkin as Ellie is really good too. They have really good chemistry and stuff, although their relationship is weird. Like, they barely know each other and they end up getting it on and stuff in this hotel and stuff. It's really kind of weird and everything. And I think that Dan O'Hillery is as Colonel Cochran is great casting too. Like, they're all really good in here and everything. And it's got some really brutal kills and stuff too. Like, there's this one where they pull this guy's head off. It's really brutal. And like when Ellie's dad gets killed and stuff, they put their fingers through his eyes and break his nose and like just rip his skull apart. It's really brutal too and everything. And for being at the time when the MPA was really censoring stuff, I thought I don't know how they got away with it, but they did a good job on that and everything. And there's also other like scenes where other characters are getting killed and they like have yellow blood and stuff because they're not human and stuff. It's a really weird movie and everything. This isn't really just a slasher movie either. It's more of a sci-fi horror movie, but it has some really, really crazy stuff going on, especially in the scene when you see the little boy watching the TV and the mask just sticks onto his face and the bugs start coming out of his head and the snakes, and it's so gross and everything, but it's awesome and everything. It's really a good movie, and I respect that they were trying to do something different. I actually would kind of wonder what it would have been like if this movie had been successful and they continued down that anthology route where each year we got a different Halloween themed horror movie and stuff, how it would have worked out. But I think all in all this movie worked. It was really entertaining, and Tommy Lee Wallace does a really great job directing it, and the score in this movie is done by John Carpenter and Alan Howarth, and they did a really great job on the score for this movie. It's really good, and everything. My biggest negative with this movie is it has this really annoying song in here, the Happy Halloween. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It's like the little jingle that plays in the commercials, and it plays throughout the movie like every 5 seconds, it seems like, and it's really annoying and gets stuck in my head every time I watch it. I can't get it out of my head for at least a month, so I got that to look forward to. But yeah, that's really my biggest negative, and also the pacing. It is a little slow at times, or there's not a lot happening and stuff. Like I said, you could take that little romance scene between Dr. Chalice and Ellie and out and everything, it wouldn't really change the movie that much. But aside from that, I really enjoy this movie. I think it's definitely worth checking out. It's even better though, like I said, if you watch it by itself. If you're watching it with the Halloween franchise, especially if you're watching it for the first time and everything, you're probably going to be disappointed. But if you watch it as its own movie, it's really good and definitely worth checking out and everything. So I say I'd give Halloween 3 Season of the Witch an 8 out of 10. It's really good movie and everything. I'm curious to see how I'm going to rank it in the franchise when I do my re-ranking this year. But yeah, this movie has really grown on me, and like I said, I enjoyed it more this time than I ever have, and each time I've watched it I liked it a little bit more and everything. And first time I saw it, I didn't really know what to think about it. I thought it was really weird. And the second time I really enjoyed it, but felt its pacing and stuff kind of ruined it. And plus, like I said, I watched it with the other movies, and that kind of ruins the experience too, because you want to get to the next part of the story with the other movies. But yeah, so anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.